Hey everyone, welcome back to Minions of Habuu. We're glad you're back. Remember, we're an all-inclusive group here. We accept just about everybody, as you can tell from our gameplay. You can go ahead and follow us on both Twitch TV and Twitter. Just find us at Geek Spiel, and you can go ahead and follow us and catch some behind-the-scenes action. Tonight we're doing things a little bit differently. We've got a few players that are going to be late, so we're just going to do audio for a little bit. If you weren't here last week, our valiant crew faced off against the cleric leader of the Minions of Habuu, as well as finding some very nasty critters in the laboratory. Those included creepy crawly hands and a very pale-looking ogre zombie. Despite his efforts to contain his neck, Johnny Sureshot, aka Felix the Rogue, had his neck pop open and went unconscious. Fortunately for him, the others were able to locate not only a cure, but additional information showing that the Minions of Habuu are directly responsible for the plague in the city of Cragwitch. There's also a listing of names of co-conspirators, including a certain witch that they met up in the textile chamber above. We rejoin them now as Dasfiba, the forest gnome, comes running in to alert the group that there is a problem above ground. Dasfiba, why don't you explain to the group what's happened?
Oh my God, guys, you are not going to believe this. The whole place burned. It's gone. It's gone. It's just a little bit of smoke. That's it. It's all gone.
It's gone? Is it
Gone.
still on fire? Can we go back that way, or what's going on?
No, it's just kind of, warm
Cinders.
up there. Yeah, it's still warm, but it's not still on fire.
Oh, okay.
But I couldn't believe it. We go up there and it's all gone.
Do you know who did this?
No. Do you know who did
No, I've been down here with holes in my boot.
it?
The other group members look puzzled, including the half-orc twins. They do point out, where's the other forest gnome and where is Mogamarsh?
Oh, they didn't follow me?
Apparently not.
I thought they were right behind me, but I did get excited and ran off, so I do that.
Well, the good news is you were able to follow the trail of damage that the party left, and you have caught up to them. Unfortunately for you and the rest of the group, you hear footsteps padding behind you at a rather quickened pace. Apparently, the forest gnome and Mogamarsh are coming up the rear. Go ahead and roll perception for me.
Oh, I forgot my adder. Sorry, it's been a couple
did
days.
too.
Wisdom.
16.
I rolled a 7.
Felix, it's definitely Mogamarsh and Copious V Bitters. Dasfiba, that doesn't sound like a forest gnome coming at you. As you catch the shadows from the back of the temple, you notice that these are two human-sized individuals headed right for you. As they get closer, the torch on the hallway illuminates them, and you notice that, hey, you missed a few cultists here. Let's go ahead and roll initiative. With a nat 20.
A 6.
Well, guess what? A 5. So
Oh, cool. I
guess my natural 20 will work there. I'm going to go black for Felix, red for Dasfiba. The cultists whip out their trusty maces, and they're taking a swing at both of you, while the others are eating popcorn, watching it all unfold. 17 for Dasfiba and 14 for Felix.
That hits.
My armor class is 14, so does that hit?
That's a hit. Ooh. Both of you, 3 damage. But it is your turn.
You're so mean.
Life is tough.
Sorry, that was 3 damage or 4 damage? Sorry.
3 damage.
Okay, thank God. All right. So it's
I think
Felix.
it's my turn.
Felix, kick their butts.
Oh, I'm going to try. I'm going to pull out my... how far away from me are they?
They are
Was
on
it
top
melee?
of you because
Amazing.
you thought it was a forest gnome headed your way, and
Lucky me.
you were sorely mistaken.
All right. So I'm gonna roll.
That is the penalty for wearing those cultist robes, I guess.
I roll a 22. It looks like.
That looks like it's going to hit.
For 9 damage.
Felix the Rogue crushes the cultist going right for him. Just as he reaches him, he takes one right to the skull. And your cultist goes down. As
Good
Robert
job,
Zeppelin-
Felix! Woo!
I told you I got it. I told you.
The others continue to chomp on their popcorn, watching the action unfold. Dafiba, you and your cultist are squaring off against each other, and he menaces you with his mace. How about Felix, Dafiba, and the cultist all roll initiative? Well, this is going to be 2.
21.
Looks like Felix kept his balance after brutally killing his cultist, so he's going to get first whack to save our little forest gnome.
Let's crank it again. 22 again. Man,
Again?
These dice are hot tonight.
I like your dice. Can I use your dice?
I think
can't
you
be
should
losers
throw
all
those
the time.
dice away. Oh, you want to take a bet on that?
All right. How much damage? Another skull cracker. Come on.
Oh, 8. It was a skull cracker.
It was a skull cracker.
I had my
Felix the
Wheaties this
Rogue,
morning.
as he crushes through his, he backhands right into the nose of the other cultist, smashing him backwards, and you hear a crack as his skull hits the cobblestone in the laboratory, killing 2. Felix stretches out. Just another good day since my neck is now healed. Robert of Zeppelin and Noodle all go ahead and finish off their popcorn and go,
Yeah, they knew we had that. We were good. We were good.
That's all you got? That's all you're bringing to the table?
Yeah.
Okay, and you know
Yeah,
what?
I didn't do a damn thing. So
Yes, Dafiba has informed us that somebody has burned down the textile business above ground, and Mogamarsh and Copious V Bitters are trying to go ahead and break out of that area. However, it looks like it may be a total loss. So you can go back and help them, or you can continue forward in search of a secondary egress from the sewer level.
We can go back and help them, or we can move forward. What's in it for me?
The joy of adventure.
I think we should go forward. I just came from up there, and I don't want to go back up that way. I think we should.
All right, let's move forward.
Push forward.
Moving forward, you go ahead and find yourselves going down an unlit hall after leaving the laboratory. Does anyone have a torch?
I do.
Okay.
I forget how many torches I have.
You can always hijack some from the wall if you want.
But I do have a torch.
Go ahead and roll a d20 because a stiff breeze comes down the hall, and let's see if it extinguishes your beloved illumination.
18. These dice are hot tonight.
Oh.
And not a craps table in sight.
I know.
Can I
Just
ask a
wait.
question.
Yes.
How long has it been since the last time we played in game time?
10 minutes.
Okay, just because I know it. Didn't I touch spell a light spell onto Felix's back?
Actually, I think you did illuminate something.
So we actually have illumination for a good 50 minutes still if we've only been 10 minutes in the game.
I would say you are correct. So,
Put that out.
Felix, you can go ahead and pop the torch back into your backpack.
Put it
are
out first.
sick, sir.
Oh, I hate you guys.
Thank
it out.
you. I will put it out first. And then I will put it back in my backpack if I'm...
I am
This
learning
fire
the
going on.
type of DM we've got going on here. I am learning.
You know,
You can put that right back in there.
I'll never kill you guys. I'll just let you kill yourselves. That's the inclusivity that I'm projecting on you.
You're so kind.
Well, we all have to be something. And since this is a PG show, I'm going to stick with kind. So, who wants to lead down the breezy hallway? We have Noodle and Robert of Zedplin. Which one of you wants to be first? They're sending the young dragonborn ahead. You creep gingerly down a hallway that seems to be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 feet. The good news is the enormous shadows cast by Robert and Noodle are really impressive because Felix has decided he's going to walk backwards to go ahead and help him illuminate since it's on his back. Robert and Noodle, give me perception checks, please.
I'm making shadow puppets as I walk along. Yeah, just was thinking
got a
that lights.
10. And Robert's got I got a 12. Robert's got a 10.
Well, you guys
Noodles
all...
has got a 10. Robert's got a 12.
Do we need name tags? I'm thinking we need name tags.
Mhm.
That's good enough. As you notice, your shadows seem to fall off as the hallway kind of ends, and now you're hearing a loud
I'm sorry, loud what?
roar noise.
Kind of like or like just loud wind noise. Roar.
Kind of like rushing water.
I've
Is
seen
it
this
water
Indiana
much?
movie. We have to get inside the mine car and ride this out.
Yeah, looking around, there's not a mine car available. The props department was running over budget. You do figure out, however, that there is a rope bridge spanning the rushing river below.
Kalima!
You notice that the rope bridge kind of goes in a northwesterly direction, and if you bring Johnny Sure-Shot up, you can probably illuminate this crevasse that you're going to need to pass through.
All
Oh,
right.
lovely.
Glow stick, come up here.
Dangle over.
Oh, yeah.
Just
As
hang
he
on to
walks
his
up
rucksack.
here like in the cartoons.
Do not actually
Sure.
dangle over.
I'm not sure any of you can hold me.
If you throw Felix over, you'll see exactly how far it is down to the water.
I can hold you.
I think the two of us,
I
we
don't
both
trust
have a strength of 19 here.
We can carry you easily.
Says
Oh.
the man who opted not to revive you until after he searched the treasure trove.
Yeah, I don't
But
think
you don't know that.
that is
That's
true.
right,
I don't
you
know
were
that.
unconscious.
As
As
far
you
as you know, I just saved his life.
did you ever find that missing dagger, Felix?
I forgot that I'm missing a dagger.
You're welcome.
Huh.
As you get up there, you cast illumination into a very rocky, natural-looking chasm. The rope bridge appears to have seen better days, but is fairly taut. It seems to make a span of nearly 15 feet at an angle where it appears to have hooked into another maybe hallway, maybe alcove, maybe you can't see that edge kind of thing. It's a 3 rope bridge, so you can kind of hang on to the sides while you scooch along the bottom rope. I will take perception checks from Felix, Robert, and Noodle.
20.
13.
Non-natural. 19 for Noodle.
Noodle and Robert, yeah, that rope bridge has seen better days, but it'll probably hold one of you at a time, maybe safely.
Hey, Noodle, see if you can make it across. Or
No.
no, you
Felix,
know what?
You think maybe two of you can go?
You know what?
Yeah, sure,
Felix,
two of us can
That,
go.
we'll
Why
let
don't,
the human glow stick go first.
Felix,
no, I
bet
gotta hold the light. You
I
guys,
bet
I will
you
light the way.
can't make it across there. I bet you can't make it across there.
You
That's
bet
what
that
we're
I
doing.
can't? Well, you.
Here's where the dice fail.
All right. Well, yeah.
Yeah, yes,
Snake
yes.
eyes, snake eyes, snake eyes, snake eyes.
The gnome's trying to speak.
Oh, I rolled a 3. So okay, yeah, it's a bet.
Is she actually talking to us? Because I can't hear her.
There, is that working?
No, that's working. I thought you were
Okay.
trying to scold me without.
I was. Got my mom finger going here. The
know.
heaviest person should go first.
Oh, I think that is me. Probably in real life too. Oh, I made myself feel bad.
And
right.
you didn't even
That
need
one took me a
Daphne's
minute.
assistance.
All right, it's a bet.
Okay,
Here we
that's
go.
on.
Okay, Felix, give me a DC 8 versus dexterity. Should be a piece of cake for an experienced gambler such as yourself.
Oh, where's dexterity? 13.
13, let's see. Robert and Noodle, you notice that despite his awkward approach, the human soldier seems to be able to cross over the 15-foot gap, and he gives you the old, you owe him money for taking that bet.
Whoa. I didn't bet money. I just bet pride. And he has my, I give him the pride of that wonderful display of crossing. There was no money bet
I wasn't
made.
involved.
Unfortunately, that's right.
I'm just gonna back away while they talk about this.
No
Felix,
money
would you
or
like to
anything
cut
was
the road
issued.
bridge?
I'm not sure.
You can always wait till Robert starts to cross.
Yeah, let's give it a minute.
Well, wait a minute. I don't think you have a dagger.
I'm going next.
Oh, that's right. I don't have a dagger. Well, it says I have a different dagger, one that I brought with me to the island.
So, Robert, you've graciously volunteered to go second?
Yeah. I'm a
Okay.
half orc. I probably do outweigh him anyways.
Being a half-orc, you decide to do that manly half-orcish thing and spit over the side as your spittle drips off your lips. That's a long way down. You're gauging about 30 feet probably into the darkness. And now that Johnny Sureshot's illumination is on the far side, Phoebe the forest gnome has to use her dark vision to go ahead and see. Also, because she's short, she's having a hard time seeing over the Dragonborn and Robert of Zeppelin. So she is curious as to what's going on. So Robert of Zeppelin, if you're going to go ahead and go across, feel free to roll that die. Again, DC 8 versus dexterity.
$19.
Johnny Sureshot, unfortunately, Robert of Zeppelin does a little cha-cha move and zips right across that rope. However, just as he gets off onto the alcove with you, you hear a really strained creaking noise coming from the rope bridge. The two of you go ahead and give knowing glances, and now you have to opt whether or not to yell out to Daphiba, the dwarven cleric, or Noodle that you might want to hurry.
Well, Noodle's got to go last, or at least after Daphiba, because he's got to stay there to protect her. Because hey, you're the one that made the life pact to protect her.
I know, but shouldn't I carry her then throw her across?
Oh, I like that idea.
So if I fall, I can throw her to the other side.
No, she's not a halfling. We don't throw her.
Nor am I a dwarf.
And she doesn't like being thrown. You just have to stand and make sure she makes it across.
Valiantly.
Maybe you tie off onto her, so that way if she
Of
falls,
course. Of course.
Dafiba, are you ready to go?
Sure.
Give me a DC-8 versus dexterity. Actually, you know what? Give me a perception roll first.
Okay. 8.
Nope, you didn't hear it, Crete. Go ahead. It's
Oh.
fine. You're going to be fine.
Okay. Oh my God. It's been a little bit. So when you say a DC 8.
Go ahead and roll your D20.
Mhm.
Beat an 8 with your dexterity modifier.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. All right. All right. So I rolled a 10. So that beats it. It doesn't even matter, right? What my modifier?
Correct.
Which is the 2. Okay.
Being the lightest member of the group, the rope does not groan until you step off, and then all three of you hear it groan, knowing full well that the Dwarven Cleric and Noodle the Dragonborn are ready to go. The Dwarven Cleric looks at Noodle and says, "You owe the life debt. You go next."
Well, come on, Noodle, let's go. We don't have all day here.
You're
Tick
next.
tock, tick tock.
Okay.
Roll.
Pretty soon the light's gonna leave.
16.
Good news, the Dragonborn also tries to do the cha-cha across, and he's successful right up until the very end when the rope really starts to groan. All four of you hear it. Taurine the Lost, go ahead and give me a perception check.
He's in the room now.
Taurine, go ahead and give us a perception check, please. Can anyone else hear
I
him?
can
No.
hear you.
He can hear us, but we can't hear him. So
His
let's
mic
give him
might
a
be
moment.
muted. 1 second.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Or maybe he's trying to go for a silent movie effect. I don't know. It is his era.
He is older, and he
I
is
saw
a
that little
dwarf.
smile.
No voice, Dad. No voice.
Probably for the best that he's muted now.
Lose that PG rating.
Yeah.
Are you muted in? Let me check here. It's got to be on your personal computer. You good on Discord?
Hey, Taurine, thumbs up, thumbs down, 10 or better on your perception check. You also hear the creak as Noodle the Dragonborn is the next to last across the rope bridge over the 30-foot chasm leading to the river below. It is your turn to cross. You need a DC 8 versus dexterity to make it across. So give us a roll for your dexterity modifier and let us know yay or nay.
And you have to have 2 pence to cross the river Styx.
Eight, exactly.
Yeah, 8 exactly. That's what he's saying.
As Taurine the Lost, the heavy-set dwarf, crosses over, he makes the last leap of faith, being caught by Robert and Felix, just as the rope snaps and falls to the other side. Looks like your choice has been made. You have to continue this way because you are not getting back the other. As you turn around, I'll say Dafiba and Noodle were protecting the rear. Johnny Sure Shot's illumination is only going to go halfway down this long hallway, and it continues on into the darkness. You do make out macabre images. It would appear as though to Taurine, the cleric, that the murals here are dedicated to the land of the dead. So your only choice at this point is to jump into the river and swim for it or continue forward. Or shoot an arrow down the...
Can we light the arrow and then shoot it?
Sure.
Let's not do that yet. What do you see, Daffyba? Can you see anything? Use your night vision.
Yeah, with my dark vision, I should be able to see better.
Yes, you're going to have to get out of Johnny Sure-Shot's angle because he's...
Well, and his light's going to mess with my dark vision, right?
Yes. So
All right.
you're going to have to move about 20 feet down.
Okay, I'm going to carefully and slowly, while listening very carefully, work my way down the hallway to see what I can see.
Is Noodle going to follow you down that hallway? Doesn't he owe you a life debt?
Noodle should definitely be following me.
I will follow you. Yes, I will.
Quietly and carefully.
Quietly, carefully, listening and looking.
Dafiba and Noodle, go ahead and perception check me, please.
I rolled an 18 naturally, so +3.
His perception was a 10.
Noodle, you do not see what Dafiba is seeing. She is seeing a slight haze going on about another 10 feet ahead. Your excellent forest gnome hearing picks up a discernible buzz.
There's a haze and a buzz. You mean
And
the
now-
noise. You mean a buzzing noise, right? Just making sure.
Yes, and you now notice that the haze is coming up towards you.
Okay. So I'm
We
going
did a lot.
to tell Noodle what I see. So I'm going to whisper to him that I see a haze and I hear a soft buzzing sound. It's faint, but I hear it. And that I can see it slowly moving towards us, or is it moving quickly?
No, it's moving slowly towards you.
Okay. And then I'm going to say, I think we need to move back to the rest of the group. And we're going to start walking backwards towards them so we can watch the haze.
We should put Felix in front so it attacks him first because he's glowing.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Yes, we will.
Nah,
I'm just going to shove you in front.
this isn't a democracy.
The good news is the
Mark,
haze...
raise your hand if you want Felix to go in front.
Nope.
Raise your hand
Sorry,
if you
they
don't want him
lose.
to.
Democracy in action.
Let's go into Discord.
So the haze is attracted by the light of Felix, rogue human warrior, and as Dafiba and Noodle slowly back up, they are encompassed by a swarm of insects. Everybody roll initiative.
Ah,
Mm,
15.
16.
15.
13.
Anybody beat a 16?
All right. I
11.
rolled. Okay, 15.
How'd Taurine do? Because I got a 16.
14.
Looks like I'm going to go and I'm going to choose 2, 4, 6. I'm going to go after two of you. 1, 2, 3. Robert and Taurine. The swarm of insects attack you two. Robert, a 6. Taurine, a natural 20. Taurine takes a bite. Taking a bite out of crime.
McGruff.
Ooh, that could have been really ugly. Three hit points to Taurine the Lost. Now the swarm has encompassed all of you, so you will all get a crack at it. Its AC is 12. So fire at will, everybody.
So we're just firing into a swarm of insects.
Either that or swinging your blades.
Okay.
You can try
I'm
and burn it with your magic light.
I think I'm okay. I'm going to swing a sword and try to hit some.
1 or 2 are going to be crit failures for this little exercise, since the swarm is right in the middle of you.
Well, I rolled a 7.
Yeah, you aren't going to hit anybody from insects. How about Dafiba?
One second.
1001.
That doesn't help. All right, sorry, I wanted to read this spell. I couldn't remember exactly how it worked.
All right, we're going to magic these things.
Maybe. I don't have that one yet.
Oh, what you need is a scroll of fireball.
So the only problem is, if I remember correctly, because again, it's been a little while, if I do an AoE, it's going to hit the people around me as well, right?
In this case, almost assuredly.
Then I am not doing that. That's what I thought. Not going to work. You're not going to chicken me into doing what you want me to do.
More loot for you.
Wow.
All right. So I'm going to swing my scimitar and see what I can do. Kind of wildly, now that I think about it, at the bugs that I can see in front of me. And that's going to do nothing because I rolled a 3.
Noodle nearly takes one to the scales, but fortunately for Dafiba, her angle was a little high. Noodle, you're up next. You might want to rethink that life debt.
It's a swarm of bugs. What are you doing? They're gonna clap
do
your
I
hands.
have fire?
Not currently lit because you're using
What
Felix's
do I have a torch? Do I have a torch?
not
Yeah,
lit.
you have a breath weapon of acid.
Can I use that, or can we just take a torch and because the bugs will fly towards it and get burnt or something?
If you want to use the torch, you'll have to light it first. If you want to use the breath weapon, that is going to be an area of effect. So give me a
It's a
perception roll first.
I believe it's a cone style weapon though, right?
Right, but the swarm is in the middle with you and Taurine.
I'll do the
John-
breath.
Okay. How much damage do you do? First, let's see if you can hit
It's
it.
a 5-foot by 30-foot line. 2d6 acid damage, DC 13 dex save.
Okay.
He's just shooting it straight ahead, the opposite way I'm facing.
Well, he and Dafiba were retreating. The swarm passed over them onto you and Taurine. So Felix and Taurine, D12, the high one is going to have to make a dex save.
Wait a minute. Wait. So if we were backing down the hallway, they should be behind us.
Correct.
So the swarm's all around us. If he shoots that in front of him, it should be down the hallway we just came back out of, not towards them. They should be behind us.
Right, but he wants to aim for the insects, correct? So
Yes.
you will turn and fire, not realizing that Taurine and Felix may or may not be in the stream. So Taurine and Felix, give me a D12. You hear this
never really
guttural noise. A 1. Hey, Felix.
7.
Felix is going to take a little splash damage, maybe. Here's what we'll
This
do.
isn't the first time that I've been hit with a stream this scenario.
Well, I rolled a 4.
Well, that's Felix still got you with a 7. Noodle, what is it? Is DC 13 versus Dex?
Yes.
Felix, since you're a friendly, I'm going to give you advantage on that roll, and I will roll for the swarm of insects. and I will fail miserably.
Yay.
So what do you need us to do?
I need Felix. Did you roll 2d20 to see if you pass?
So I add them together. Do I get
No,
any
just-
modifiers for it?
You get your dex modifier for the higher roll.
Then the higher one is 13.
Save. Didn't you lose an eyebrow last game?
I don't.
Or is that Mogamarsh? Or no, it might have been Tureen.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think
it
that
was
was
Tureen
me.
because he fell off the statue. So Tureen's the only one with one eyebrow. You're going to join Tureen with one eyebrow. Odds left, evens right.
Am I rolling for that?
Yep, go ahead.
It was even.
Your right eyebrow is now ownership of the minions of Habuu. Noodle, give me a damage roll to see how much you do to the insect.
Eight.
8 hit points of damage. Felix, can I assume that your rogue human soldier will go ahead and do a vicious retort filled with mild to extremely profane anger?
I think it's going to be on the extremely profane side. So yes, you can.
Noodle, you go ahead and blast the swarm of insects, but you also notice that part of your spittle hits Johnny Sure-Shot in the face, and now he's missing an eyebrow, and he is, shall we say, upset. Round 2, or I'm sorry, Taurine, it is...
No, go ahead. Round 2.
Taurine, do you want to give it a shot? Or just step back?
You guys talking, but I can't see you.
He lost all video.
Okay.
Sorry.
I got you mic'd in through mine, Dad.
Oh, yeah. That's nice. I give up. Oh, there you are. Oh, I can see you now. Yeah, you know, can I take a shot?
Sure, go ahead.
Stand in front of me.
Didn't catch the last part.
Is there anybody standing in front of him?
Oh yeah, you guys are encircled by these insects and you've kind of formed up a bunch. For him, his aim would be halfway between Noodle and Dafiba.
No, don't do that, Grandpa.
Yeah, you should do that.
Fire at will.
Fire at will. Who
No
said that?
fire at will. I don't want to do any of that stuff.
Don't worry about it. Your name's not Will. Don't worry about it.
Fire at Noodle. Fire at Noodle.
That doesn't make any sense.
It will in a minute.
I know.
Yeah, you don't have to talk too loud.
Coming in just a little bit late, and we've rested since the last scenario.
I don't think you guys rested when you were in the chapel, but not you did not rest when you were in the lab. Is that
So-
correct? Vice versa.
We had I thought we did rest while we were in the lab, just enough to get for those who went up to a second level in hit points. I
That's
think
right.
he's asking about so for his magic.
The
Just enough to
short,
recuperate a mag.
I'm worried about the magic.
the short rest would have given him one of his first level spells back. And of course his cantrips are always available.
Yeah, at this point, I'm not going to do anything.
He didn't have the ability to do anything at
All
this
right.
point.
He's eating popcorn.
Eating
Just like-
popcorn.
Just like the previous fight. Let's roll for initiative round 2, folks.
Oh, well, you better watch out, Noodle.
Ooh.
22.
15.
26, natural 20.
14.
He rolled a 6.
I love it.
Good enough. Give me Rob.
Sure. I will do get my fly swatter out.
Hmm.
I can try to comprehend what they're saying, the insects.
That's a very aggressive action. We're going to translate.
Yeah. He's very bad at it, so we're gonna hear some mean words and bug language.
I guess I'm gonna swat at him with a sword. I don't know what else to do.
Are you gonna use the flat side or the sharp side?
Unless I can mend them together into one mass.
No.
All right, I'll swat at him.
Okay, 1 or 2 are critical failures. Everything else is live.
I have one quick question.
Sure.
When objects are considered a swarm, they're treated as one foe, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I rolled a 5. Plus 6 makes 11. So I didn't fumble.
Your blade goes over Taurine's dwarven head. Who had the next highest roll? I think Felix, go ahead.
Yep. All right. 17.
Hits.
Ooh,
Cuts.
for 9.
Cuts through like butter.
9 damage.
A lot of dead cicadas fall to the floor. Dafiba or Noodle, who was next?
I think it was me, so I'll go.
Fire away, Druid. A tear starts to tremble down your face as you notice nature's wrath is getting a beat down.
It does hurt me a little bit. But a cicada just tried to crawl up my nose, so I'm not going to be too upset about it. So I rolled a 16.
16 is good enough to hit. How much is your damage?
Stop.
3.
Not good enough. Noodle, up to you.
Roll your attack.
Okay.
What
Which one is it?
I think you should not use your charring ability of acid breath.
That half-orc doesn't know what he's talking about, Noodle.
You do what
Blast
you
away.
want, though. You can swing with your bow, great axe. You can swing with your long bow. I don't know what you're going to hit with a bow or a crossbow. Or you can use your breath weapon again. Just make sure you aim it away from your dad.
Nah, better aim it away from me too, or else this.
Can I use my hands and push them onto one center mass and then smack them?
What they are.
You
just
can do an unarmed attack. Sure, go ahead.
Or like a sonic clap?
The Incredible Hulk here wants to do a sonic clap.
You can do it just like a bar fight if you want. I'll give you 1d4 damage if you hit it.
Okay. Punch
That's
the
not
thing.
that's not a half bad idea.
You're 1 die 20.
This?
Yep. Okay. No, he rolled an 8.
Any modifiers? I'll give him dex modifiers since he's swinging.
He rolled a 9.
Yeah, he swings and misses. Cuts through. Taurine was behind me, so the swarm is going to attack. It's really injured, so it's only going to get one person. And that person is not Felix. Robert of Zedplin.
Of course.
14.
You.
Armor class is 16. That's enough.
That is a miss. Taurine the Lost, Dwarven Cleric.
I
Got
have
a
a
question.
question. On a sacred flame, the radius says on one creature that I touch. Does it spread from that though? I don't know.
Since Noodle is not being held against his will, correct. There will be no splash damage this time.
Okay. So you said a swarm counts as one creature.
Correct.
So if I reach out my hand into the swarm and cast Sacred Flame, does it affect all of it?
Yes.
Well, then I will do that.
Now, if you fail to hit with a 1, it will backfire and scorch you. If it's a 2, we'll roll to see which person gets the splash damage.
And I will once again be hated.
Yeah, because I'm going to stop being your microphone if that's the case.
So go ahead and roll to attack.
All right. That's a 12.
12 is just barely good enough to hit. How much damage?
8
Whew.
plus. On that.
Yeah, you don't even have to look any bonus, Dad. He just said you made it go poof.
Yeah, the place smells like dead insects. Dafiba's tear has dried up at the thought of the cicada out of her nose, and it appears as though you guys are victorious and may continue down the hallway where Dafiba and Noodle have come from, if you wish.
Sure.
Who wants to lead the party?
Glow stick.
Glowstick has to walk backwards. Glowstick's not leading this party.
I'll go first since
Yes,
I
you
have the dark
are.
vision, and
Well-
Felix will bring up the rear so that he
That
doesn't
sounds
mess.
good.
So he doesn't mess with my night vision, or dark vision, I should say.
Dafiba, you and Noodle
So he doesn't
head
mess you up.
down the corridor, and you are greeted at the end of it with a rusty and dangerous-looking portcullis is present at the end of the hallway.
Now you could breathe some acid, young man.
A broken pull arm on the side of the wall appears to be partially rusted and or blocked shut with a shifted stone. No visible lock is present, and it appears that the gate will have to manually be lifted if possible. Or
What kind of-
acid breath.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking some acid. Hey, Dragon Boy,
Shut up.
why don't you cough up a loogie and, melt down this
It's not a
baby?
loogie. It's not a loogie. It's
It's a big
breakfast. It's some breakfast I had from yesterday. That's what it is.
That's vomit. We're talking about acid breath. Come on.
I know. That's my normal breath. My acid breath is way worse.
Now, just
Dragon
point
breath.
of order, since your first level, I'm only going to give you 3 breaths a day. So, just FYI, I'm going to be chintzy on it. This will be number 2.
Maybe we should look around to see if there's
I was
something
gonna
we
say.
could use to lever it up first. Maybe
My
let's do
sword?
that.
Can I use my sword to just leverage it?
You don't have a sword, so that's not going to work.
Well, you can probably try and give it a tug, assuming you've all been inoculated for tuberculosis or
Tetanus?
tetanus. Yeah. Tuberculosis is later in the dungeon.
I'll give her a tug.
Go ahead and give
Natural 20. You want me to add my strength bonus?
me No, that's okay. Robert of Zedplin. Throws the portcullis up into the rafter area, but because he has overdone it, 2 big blocks on the other side crash down to the ground, and just like every Scooby-Doo entrance, the hallway fills with bats. Everybody roll initiative.
This is a planned out assault.
Now, Robert doesn't have to roll initiative because Robert is doing this. Ah!
Hey, I just like to point out this is how Batman was made.
21.
15.
19.
Nice.
Everybody is ready as the bats fly underneath Robert's armpits and swarm you. There are 2 different swarms of bats in this area that have been released by the falling rocks.
It's not monkey poo. You're being swarmed by bats. It's one.
Correct. It's guano. It'll be guano attacks today. Dafiba, Noodle, Taurine, and Felix, go ahead and attack the swarms, please. AC 12.
Just remember, I'm out front when you make your calls, holding the door.
Yes, any ones will automatically hit Robert, who may or may not impale himself on the rusty portcullis.
So
I
since
take-
there are 2 swarms of bats, and bats are animals, could I attempt to speak with said animals and ask them to go away and leave us alone?
Man, I really want to stab one.
Let the Lorax do her job.
Speaking of trees.
Sure, tree hugger. Go ahead and give it a shot. Give me a roll on persuasiveness. But you're only going to be able to talk to one swarm.
Okay. All right, let me switch back over to that. I rolled a 16, and then my modifier for persuasion is what? It's charisma, right? So it's 0.
So,
So-
just straight up 16.
Straight up 16.
$16 as well. They like you, so they will not be attacking you. So apparently,
So one swarm.
yes, apparently to the rest of you, Dafiba has made some kind of gesture saying, "Hey, go get Felix."
Oh, lovely.
Wait, actually, you know what? Let me roll.
No, that's fine. You can say that.
Yeah,
No, that's
Yeah, it's
fine.
fine. Hit Felix. Hit Felix. Yeah.
I would
Felix.
not say that.
Is that 5 rounds burn off? Boys, else she's got to lose.
I know.
I'm just saying, bats don't like scaly creatures.
Well,
Well-
There, Noodle.
and
Oh,
a chaotic good would not tell the bats to go attack somebody. So think about that.
Apparently it did.
Swarm
Just
1
saying.
is going after Felix, but Swarm 2 is headed for Robert of Zedplin, who cannot fight this round. So
Sounds like
Yeah.
a setup, Dafiba.
Dafiba is.
But wait a minute. Why would they
I
just
want
leave me
alignment.
alone? Why wouldn't they leave? Like if I communed with them, why wouldn't they just go away? Like what?
Can-
What?
Well, I matched your roll, so I'm
Okay.
giving you the benefit of the doubt.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
Had I
So-
gone under, which statistically I should have, but I didn't. If it would have been better than you, I would have just focused in on you. So
Yeah, that
I-
sounds fitting.
So
They like
basically,
you.
as far as she knows, she was going, "Oh, just go away, just go away." And what they heard is, "Tack the idiot with his hands above the head."
now I think her swarm went after Felix. The other swarm caught that manly half-orc scent and decided to go right after you.
It is kind of powerful.
You smell like cherries, I believe.
Hmm.
Felix, you're
Us.
up.
Yep, I rolled a 16 for attacking,
Good enough.
and I hit with 7 points.
Nice. Taurine, will go with you. Do you want to go after swarm on Felix or swarm on Robert?
Couldn't hear that quite.
You want to go after the swarm that's on Felix or the swarm that's on me, as I'm defenseless with my arms above my head, not trying to proposition you one way or another.
with his pale face, he's holding his arms and go right here.
Well, let me just roll a die.
No, I don't need help. Trust me, I got these bats on my own. Why don't you swing for Robert? He is defenseless.
And even it's going to be Robert, and it is a 2. So I'm going after that swarm, and I roll a 2.
He's going after the swarm after me with a 2.
Oh, it's after you. Oh,
So
that's
you're,
not so bad.
you're helping out Robert with a 2 right in the buttocks region. How much damage did you do?
Yes.
Hey, you're not my priest.
And that's
Or is doctor ready for the physical exam?
3 plus 3. 6.
6, but halved is 3. Robert, you feel a nice sting in the buttocks area. You're probably going to meet LBJ and get a medal. However, first, we got to see if you're dropping that poor pellet. Go ahead and give me what would concentration be? Let's do a wisdom saving throw.
Are you sure?
Sure.
I don't wisdom well.
Oh, that's too bad.
It seems to me like it should be a dexterity save.
Okay, 16 then. We'll go dexterity. I'll listen to Drew.
Okay. 14 is going to be good enough.
That's a lot.
Your arms start to buckle at the severe pain in the buttocks region, but you do manage to hold the portcullis up.
Bubba, I got shot.
Noodle, you're up. Would you like to help out Robert or Felix?
Robert. I've had enough
You
of you,
want to help
Noodle.
Felix, right?
No, I don't.
You're either helping Felix or me. I think you should help Felix. I already
How
got
about you?
I think you
got
should help
somebody help
Robert.
me.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I'm helping him. I'm leaving Felix to die. Or at least get bit and get rabies.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I am
Thanks.
quite all right.
Shouldn't you
Fire.
be protecting Delphibia?
I know, but she can talk to animals. She's fine.
Attack. What are you attacking with?
Nothing's attacking
An
me.
arrow?
You're shooting an arrow at a swarm of bats.
No, I'm taking an
No,
arrow
he's
out of my
shooting
pack
it at
and
you.
stabbing.
Why don't you just get your axe?
It's a bat. What do you think I'm gonna do with an axe?
The same thing you're gonna do with the arrow. Do what you have to there, young stud.
Arrow.
Roll your dice.
This.
Roll your dice, yes. 16 plus whatever the arrow gives him.
Dexterity. So yeah, that's a hit.
17. All right, you stabbed one bat out of a swarm.
Yay! I did something.
What am I rolling damage-wise?
What's the arrow? 1d6.
That's what I'm guessing. His normal longbow is a die 8, so I'd say die 6
D6 because he's.
this one.
Roll this.
He rolled a 5. Big spender.
Very nice.
At least he didn't stab me in the butt. No
Yeah,
different than
no,
being stabbed
he
in
got
the back.
He got hit in the left butt cheek. We gotta hit him in the other right.
No, that's okay.
No, it has to be equal. It has to be equaled out.
I'm
I'll
going to do
go
it.
red for Felix, black for. Was it Taurine? Oh no, it was Robert. No. 18 to Robert, 11 to Felix.
No, that was the other way around. You got the dice backwards.
No, I don't think
No.
so. We could vote. So 18 get you.
Also.
5 hit points.
Man, I just got these hit points.
They are attracted by the blood leaking out of your buttocks region.
So are they gonna bite it and give him rabies?
Oh, we don't know. You'll have to continue to stay
Frank
tuned.
can do enough damage on his own. Quit giving him ideas.
Let's go with a new round. New round of initiative.
Roll your 20th. 16.
16
22 for me.
16.
16 for Frankie.
tie.
A whopping 4.
No. Dafiba and Taurine.
How much?
Your initiative.
Oh,
Dafiba
hard to hear.
16.
tied with me.
12.
12.
So it's going to be Robert, then Dafiba, Taurine, and Noodle, and myself, followed by Felix. So Robert, you can drop the portcullis or hold it, hoping that your associates don't cut you down to size.
I'll drop it and just hope I can strengthen it up again. It'll probably get trapped down, but I'm not trusting these suckers to help me.
Drop it, roll a d20. If you roll a 1, you got your foot. Foot!
Out of anything he could have rolled, he rolled a 1.
3 hit points as Robert of Zeppelin howls in extreme pain and agony as the thunderous clatter of the portcullis drops. Dafiba, Noodle, and Taurine, go ahead and attack. If you do kill me, I tied initiative and I'll still get my attack.
I'm gonna go with
13 from Taurine.
what did I roll, Dad?
That's good hit, Pops.
Dad, what did I roll?
Die 20.
Dad,
That's your always hit dice.
Put it.
Dafiba, are you going to risk alienating yourself from the beloved pets?
I used the arrow and I missed.
It's with a warhammer. That's 6.
Warhammer.
And
Die
you're going
6.
after Robert, right?
6 points.
Yeah, Robert or Felix.
Are you attacking Robert or Felix, old man? The swarm. The one around me or the one around Felix?
The one around Felix.
Good enough. Dafiba?
Yeah, I hit Robert the last time.
Yeah, you hit me. This time you hit the swarm of Felix. There's no fairness here.
He's my favorite nephew. I'm sorry.
It's not a win-win for him and you. It's a win-win for Alex and you.
All right.
Um,
roll a 4 in this.
I'm going to abstain from attacking at this point because
Fair.
this is too hard for me since the bats would
Well,
not turn on me.
You did
Fair.
attack the last time when you sicked them on me, as far as I
Mm.
know.
Allegedly.
Yes.
Oh, that was
Allegedly.
for Felix. So swarm number 1 is going to move to Noodle. Swarm number 2 is going after Taurine. Red Noodle, black Taurine. Red is 10, 14 for Noodle. Noodle does 14 hit you. 14 for Noodle.
16 on him.
Okay, fair enough. Last one up, Felix, rogue human soldier.
Oh. I rolled 19 plus 1 for 20.
That's a hit.
Hold on, Dad.
Yeah, buddy. For a whopping 4. 4 damage.
Fair enough. Still alive. New round.
Did Taurine go? Oh,
Taurine,
he attacked Noodle.
he attacked Felix's.
Yeah, I went
Felix.
after the swarm on Felix.
Yeah, I don't
Oh, okay.
So new round initiative.
Okay.
18.
9.
Natural 20.
Don't just sit there this time.
19.
19 for Noodle.
At least give me
Natural
some of the
19
popcorn.
for me. Plus 25 for me.
So I have Dafiba first, Robert second, Noodle third,
Taurine.
Taurine's,
Initiative 11.
me, then Felix, then Taurine. So Dafiba, natural 20. Do you want to munch the popcorn or just opt to do something constructive, like bandage Robert's buttocks wound?
I don't
You're
think you
bleeding
should
out,
touch the
Robert.
butt.
Or his foot.
I gotta pull the portcullis off my foot, and then it would need bandaged.
Well, you can do that this round if you want, but Dafiba's up first.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna pull it out.
Okay, so I've given the bats a chance to go away, and they have not, and they continue to attack the party. So I am going to attack the swarm. Trying to remember how they moved. So the one that was on Felix moved to Taurine, correct?
Correct.
That's the one I'm going to move over and attack with my scimitar.
Okay, that is the most injured one.
I rolled a 14, so that would be a 16.
That's a hit.
4.
Robert, you're trying to pull up the portcullis off your toe.
Yeah.
DC 14 versus strength.
18.
Blood comes shooting out of your toe area. Noodle,
Spasms.
you hear the creaking of the portcullis. There was the swarm that was on you, and there's the swarm that was on Taurine. I don't know if they're moving or not yet.
Do I get another move other than just taking the portcullis out of my foot?
Nope.
Okay. So we're moved on to Noodle.
Noodle.
What are you doing? You attacking?
No, I'm just gonna sit back this round.
You know you're being attacked by a swarm.
Oh, I am?
Yes.
Okay. Then. I'm gonna use acid breath.
No. you son of-
No.
Okay.
You only get 3 a day. You've already used 1.
I know.
Fire at will.
We've only been in real time. You've only played this game for 2 hours. And it's taking you 4 weeks. Keep that in mind. It'll be a long time before you get the acid breath again.
Test.
Nope, still not dead.
I'm still using acid breath.
All right.
Okay,
Roll.
see if you can hit.
He rolled 11.
Total.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's all it is.
Now he's gonna arc it over the swarm of bats. He's not gonna get Robert.
Noodle's other eyebrow? Or Felix's other eyebrow?
Looks like Dafiba's turn. Go ahead and roll with advantage. So take 2d20, take your highest, and roll Dex, right?
Yes.
Dex modifier.
Dex DC 13 Dex.
My highest is a 3.
Cool. Noodle takes his acid breath and performs a Bellagio-esque move where he arcs it up and over, and Dafiba is going to take some splash damage. Noodle, how much damage do
Roll
you...
your die 6. That's the square. Twice. Add it up. 3.
I
9.
tried not to do that much.
9?
Yeah, so he
round
did-
down, 4.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
what?
You get 4 hit points. And you're going to have Bo Derek-like braids because you're going to have great big gaps in your hairline thanks to the acid splash.
Nice.
I believe
3. You want me to kill my?
Felix and Taurine. So this round, I'm going after number 4. Felix, back to you.
Oh, lucky me.
And Noodle, back to you. Red is Johnny Sure-Shot. Black is Noodle, the errant breath weapon. 16 on Noodle, 19 to Johnny Sure-Shot.
You took that hit, boy.
Oh yeah, I take that hit as well.
Good news is the swarm is at half strength for Johnny, so it's just 1d4. Johnny takes 1.
Oh, nice.
Or I'm sorry, Felix takes 1. Woo-hoo-hoo. Noodle, the errant dragonborn, 6. Bam! The bats are all over you.
He's at 0.
Down goes the dragonborn. Taurine and Felix, you guys are up.
I'm gonna attack, and I rolled a natural
I
20
shouldn't have done that.
for.
You are going to splatter guts everywhere. You won't even have to roll because they only had 4 hit points left.
Oh yeah, I obliterated them.
Yeah, Taurine, there's 1 swarm left, and you are up.
What, Dad?
13.
You rolled a
13
13?
hits.
That hits.
Yes. 8 points.
8 points.
New round, new round. Noodle, death save for us, please. 9.
What do you need to roll?
10 or better on D20.
Nope. 8.
Okay, that's 1 down. Initiative, beat a 9.
Oh wait, I beat it. 10.
Is that for everybody? I assumed.
Yeah.
Okay,
Initiative.
I have exactly a 9.
Natural
Okay.
20.
Taurine.
4.
So Robert, Felix, Dafiba, and I, and then Taurine. As Noodle's bleeding out, Robert, you are up. However, you're holding on to the portcullis. I'll give you, if you want to kick at it, I'll give you a strike at disadvantage.
I got a dagger.
Yeah, but you're doing this.
That dagger looks awful familiar.
No, not that one.
Oh wait, there's a different one?
Yeah,
Hmm.
I got a dagger
Would you,
here.
would you like to buy a dagger? How about another dagger?
Huh.
Nothing up my sleeve, and I need a new hat. So, Robert, you're holding on to the portcullis. I'll let you drop it again and attack last in the round.
Oh, you mean I got it up in the air again?
Yes.
Can I shuffle my
landed on
feet
your
back
foot.
and let it drop down slowly?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I'm doing this round.
You will attack at the end of this round because you didn't muscly it. Daffy, but you tied Felix. You beat me.
Yep.
So you're up.
So we still have bats, right? Bat.
One swarm.
All right. Let's see here. Oh boy. The 7. I think I
Nope.
probably missed.
Yeah, you need a 12. Daffy, but you and I tied. I'll let you go ahead and go, but if you kill me, I'll still get a whack.
Okay, so I will swing with my scimitar. 18.
She Ozzy Osbourne's it.
Just a 2.
Been waiting all night for that one. All freaking night for that joke. It's about time you guys got up there. I am going to shoot down the hallway where you guys came from and hightail it out.
Cool. So that's that.
The bats are gone. Noodle is on the ground.
He just burned my eyebrow off, so I'm okay with that. I think he did it on purpose. He didn't even come over on the boat with us. I don't trust him.
Cleric! Cleric!
Man down. Man down.
You gotta get him up, Cleric.
Do mouth to acidic mouth
Ew.
resuscitation.
You really want us to resuscitate me after I just sput acid?
Well, to be fair, Noodle, no one wants to resuscitate you at this
Yeah.
point.
I still
Oh,
do.
yeah.
I think
I
we
know.
probably need
Whatever,
Sorry, I
hippie.
have to be good. I'm so sorry I have to be good.
Thank you!
Do you want to resuscitate him or bind his wounds so that he stops bleeding out all over the place? And I believe 3 of you have healing potions.
Can at least one of you use them?
Who are
Or
the
you
3
can-
of us?
You can throw his body into the cravat. Just let it float into the bay.
Is he down to the 0 hit point level? Or?
Yep, he's got 0. And he's already lost 1 death throw.
I can try to spare the dying on him.
That's fine.
I'm just waiting to see what it does.
I think Spare the Dying puts him at 0, which isn't going to have an effect.
Yeah, all you have to do is
Shoot again, you're done.
fast it is to touch them. And it stabilizes his condition.
Okay. Yeah, you can stabilize it, or if you don't want to burn the spell, you can just go over and bind his wounds.
Okay, I'll do that.
That will bring him to 0, and he will be stabilized, so he will not have to do any more death saves. However, he'll still be down.
So I still can't do anything, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So I'm gonna come over and do cure wounds.
Fair enough.
And that is a 20.
Is anybody gonna try and resuscitate me here?
That's what she's doing now.
Oh, okay.
Pay attention.
I don't know what's going on.
7 plus 10.
10 hit points back, Noodle.
10 hit points back.
Do you need some help from me over there? And I can
Yes.
go over there and kick him a
No.
little bit.
Oh,
You're
Oh,
only
he said
10
yes.
hit points
yeah.
up.
Wow.
I'm gonna
I don't
cure
know what
my
I'm saying.
I'm gonna cure my own wounds.
Oh, man, selfish much.
Isn't this a democracy? Can't we vote before we do anything?
No.
No, because Robert would never get to heal himself. He'd have to walk around like Festus.
Well, that wouldn't be so bad. He already looks like him.
He's not riding a mule.
Okay, half.
Plus 3. We are back to new.
Okay.
I'm helping.
It appears you can chase the bats like butterflies down the hallway where you've already been, or you can have Robert see if you can lift that portcullis again and you guys scamper on through.
Lift
Robert,
it again.
would you please lift it again? Hopefully this time we make it under without the bat attack.
I don't know, Lieutenant Diane. I got a hole in my butt.
Not anymore. It's sealed up.
20, not natural.
This workout's really paying off for him. He's got this thing cranked now. You guys can all wander on through. Go ahead and roll D20. As long as you don't roll a 1, you'll be able to go through. If you roll a 1, you're going to get chucked in the head.
I'm good. 19.
I'm good. 10.
I roll.
Good. Noodle,
Good.
freshly awake. You guys cross through. Robert, you can try and bust through and drop it behind you as long as you don't roll 1. You may reopen that butt wound.
Screw it. 7.
Ching! The portcullis drops. Dafiba, you were first through, correct?
See,
You come to a wall.
a solid wall?
Solid wall.
Where did those rocks go then that fell?
Oh, you've crossed over them. So you zigzagged around and, oh, I'm sorry. You zigzagged around and you walked up some stairs and now you're staring at a solid wall.
Okay. Am I alone or are they coming up behind me?
They're coming up behind you, whining
gonna
about
take-
their butt wounds.
I'm going to take my scimitar and just start poking at the wall in front of me to see if it's solid.
Doing the hokey pokey. Give me a D20 straight up roll.
19.
Ooh. You hear a little grating when you chuck it on the right side, like maybe this thing kind of spins.
Yeah, like it's loose. Like there's a seam over there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna say to Robert and Felix, Robert, Felix, I think maybe we could push this thing aside.
I think I've done enough pushing, pulling, and lifting for the
Do
day.
you want your foot healed?
I already healed my foot. Thank you. You healed the dead boy.
Ah,
Push the wall. We're
All
never
right, let's
getting out
push
of
the
here.
wall.
You know
But
what?
I've seen
Step
this
aside,
before.
Felix. Let a
Oh,
man step
fine.
up here.
All right,
Natural
yeah,
20.
that's fine.
Natural 20.
Oh. You push it so hard and you manage to drop back that you and it opens up. Just beyond the wall is the back of a statue that was apparently concealing this secret door.
It's really fun, but when you stop, you end up throwing up a lot. But it's fun. You do it again.
Now, do you have dark vision?
I do.
Okay. You see something creeping down the hallway beyond the statue, probably attracted by the noise of the whirling dervish, aka secret door.
Not so secret anymore.
Not so secret.
Felix, I need you to come through.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I thought a man was handling this. What?
I thought a man was handling this as well.
You did. It's time to let the lady through.
Lovely.
Okay, so I'm
Yeah,
next.
sure.
Gotcha. No. Felix, would you please?
Is
you
the
please,
door
sir?
the door's still open, right?
Yeah, the center wall is kind of cranked
Pivoted.
now.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it's like this, and then there's a statue right here, and then there's something behind. Now that you've moved up, the light can pick it up now.
Okay.
Looks like some straggling, kind of slumped over bodies are dragging their way towards the noise that you guys have created.
Zombies.
Oh boy, zombies.
It's Zeds. There's Zed. You got a little red on you, Alex. The Zeds are coming.
The Zeds.
Can I see how many there
Let's
are?
get back to the Winchester and let all this blow over.
I'm glad somebody's torquing along.
That's right. I am right there. No, they cannot see because the statue partially obscures it. Felix, if you move past, you have a gap of about 20 feet where you can get some of the party members out. But right now you're plugging the dike.
Okay, let's move past it a little bit so I can unplug the dike.
Come on, little Dutch boy. Come on through.
There we go.
All right.
You move out and you notice that there are alcoves set every 10 feet. There's 2 alcoves, one on either side. They both have broken coffins. Felix, you can get in there, and 2 more people can move up to form a frontal assault line, as at least 5 zombies are headed this way.
Yeah, I'm going to jump in the alcove and be like, all right, everybody come through.
Got room for 2. 2 up front. 2. Who wants to go up?
Well, I've seen Felix shoot a bow before. That's why he's up front.
That's why they call me Johnny Sure Shot.
If I were a betting man, I'd say that's exactly why they call him Johnny Sure Shot. Who wants to be number 2 and who wants to be number 3?
Well, I'm 1. He's 2. Who's taking 3?
I got across.
How about the wizard who's across the hall? I go Gandalf.
Yeah, I wish.
The only Gandalf in this hallway is a dead one.
Well, then I vote him.
Yeah, he's crawling towards you.
And that's why I'm not going in the room.
Taurine, Dafiba, or Noodle?
I'm staying back.
Taurine said he was take 3rd. He's got a crossbow.
Zombies attack last, so as you approach, give me a perception check, you 3.
Me as well.
Yes, please. Well, no, not you.
Oh,
Well,
Well,
Sorry.
Can I not
16.
see between their legs?
You can see between their legs. 12, 20, and Robert, what was yours?
Nothing.
Sorry. I had to revert back to a PG-13 mind there for a second. I had a 16.
And Dafiba, what was yours?
2.
All right, you were obscured at the jumble of leggings.
Dafiba, that's not a zombie. That's my butt.
Trust me, I know the smell gives it away.
What are you talking
Taurine,
about?
you
I
have
wipe
the
with
natural
roses.
20. Taurine notices
that's probably why his butt's bleeding.
scarring in the forehead. A big H is formed in the zombie foreheads,
You put it
like
down.
they've been carved in, aka marked by the cultists. Felix, Taurine, Robert, go ahead and attack if you want.
One thing.
Yes.
Is it Harry Potter walking towards us?
No,
What
this
is
is
Nate?
not a lightning bolt.
I rolled
Not
a 6.
Harry.
6 is not
This
good
is
enough.
Henry Potter.
Yeah, it's Henry. It's Henry Potter.
Horace.
22?
Horace Potter.
Yeah.
Robert hits. Taurine,
I rolled 14.
14 hits. So Robert and Taurine hit. Felix fumbles.
9 points of damage.
Down goes a zombie.
9 for Taurine.
Down goes another zombie. 2 more zombies take their place. But the zombie on Felix gets an attack.
Oh,
12.
does not hit.
Does not hit. New round. There are now 3. Perception check. Felix, Robert, Taurine, and Dafiba.
14.
What was yours, Dad?
17.
17 for Taurine.
Non-natural
Unnatural.
20.
Unnatural 20, me too.
Felix and Robert, you notice that one of the zombies, the one headed after Robert, is a short, squat, no-necked dwarf. It looks eerily familiar. You just can't place him.
That's just wrong.
Fire away. Go ahead and attack. 3 zombies.
Just call me Daddy, Bubby.
15.
15 does hit.
17,
17 hits.
It hits for 5 on my end.
12 points on mine.
22.
22 for the Taurine. The
Another
hit,
one. Oh, okay. I was going to say, holy. And
was 22 your initiative, Dad, or your hit?
That's the hit.
Okay, well, you hit.
We're rolling. I'm sorry, it's hard to hear. We're rolling to hit.
You were rolling to hit. You already hit your initiative. You're good there. So now you're rolling to hit. You rolled a 20. Whatever you rolled. One die 20 plus whatever. And then
Yeah, I rolled a 19. So
give your damage.
what's my attack? 3.
3 points.
3, 12. The no-necked dwarf that looks eerily familiar took the brunt of that one, but you did not manage to put down any of the 3. So on Felix, no, not even close. On Robert, 18.
Oh, of course it would be.
The no-neck dwarf hits you, Taurine. 15? Does 15 hit you?
What's your AC, Dad?
What's that?
What's your armor class?
16.
16.
Does
Nope, no hit. Of
Robert's the only one that takes a hit.
course.
2 hit points of damage. The no-neck dwarf zombie hits you.
Gosh darn it, I'm just refill my hit points. You keep tacking them down.
Dafiba and Noodle, you guys do have the option of attacking with missile or magic if you want. Or you can just hang back.
I'll
So we
just
can-
come back and eat my popcorn.
Good idea.
We can still see there are 3 zombies that we know of still.
You can still see at least 3 zombies.
One looks really familiar.
All right.
Yeah. Probably looking for his father.
Daddy's right here, baby.
Shut.
Dafiba, you want to hang back or you can eat popcorn with Noodle?
Would I be able to shoot my slingshot from between their legs? Like if I flop down?
Yeah, but I'll
That's
say,
Felix's legs, right? That
I'll
was
say,
Felix's legs.
Yeah, we'll shoot. If it will hit something, but then it'll go through that something and then hit the zombie.
Which one's in the middle?
Robert.
Yeah, I'm
Sorry, Robert.
cowering away kind of in the
Woo!
alcove.
Woo! This guy.
1, 2, or 3 will be critical failures on this one. Oh no, Robert.
That's okay. It's a 15.
That hits.
And it would be 4, right? I'd roll a 1d4 for slingshot if I remember
Yes.
correctly. Okay. 2.
The no-neck dwarven zombie takes 2 hit points to the tenders.
You know it. I should call myself Dafiba the Tenders. That's what I should name myself.
That,
What about the tender hitter?
This is not the first
tenderizer.
time I've hit
Yeah,
them.
the tenderizer. We're gonna call you the
The
tenderizer.
tenderizer.
I like it.
Felix, on you. Ooh, 17 plus 3, 20. Robert, 7 plus 3, 10. Taurine, nat 20. So Felix and Taurine are taking the beat down. 3 hit points each. 3. Wah, wah.
Yeah, 3, old man.
New round, and I'm a zombie. So you guys are up.
16, yes.
9.
9 hits, 13 hits,
8 for you, Noodle.
8 hits,
12 for my slingshot.
12. Robert,
Oh, wait, we rolling a hit?
5.
Oh, well, Noodle, how you? Oh,
10.
I rolled
damage.
16.
10 damage.
How much did I roll?
all you got to do is
My
hit
strength is
8 or better.
11 damage. He did 8, so I guess he's shooting a bow between somebody's legs.
How about I'm gonna do it between Roberts.
I'm already there.
Skip shot. Yeah, you're gonna. You can try and shoot through the patchy hair that Dafiba has, thanks to your
We'll say
acid.
odd, you flop in front of Felix, and even, you flop in front of Felix.
How about even I flop in front of you?
Can't,
Odd, I
Dafiba's already
flop
there.
in front of Felix.
Dafiba's hogging the area, so it's Taurine or Felix.
Why
Odd
is there
Felix,
such-
Odd Felix, even
Taurine.
Taurine.
Odd Felix it is! Yay!
It's like it's your density.
Sounds like a
You're my density, Lorraine.
Density. There you go.
Well, he hit anyways. You're rolling damage, son, for your
You
crossbow.
didn't hit the tenders, I hope.
Roll it. He rolled 6 damage between the tender shot.
Okay. Taurine and Dafiba. 5 damage.
Oh, slingshot would be 4. The most I could get.
So 5 points from Taurine and 4 from Dafiba.
Yes. The squat dwarf falls backwards, dead. Felix, your zombie, dead. Taurine, your zombie attacks. 18 plus 3, 21. Ugh! He's going to knock you out.
Is this zombie?
2 hit points, Dwarven Cleric. New round, probably final round. 1 zombie left, 1 zombie approaching.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
What does this say, Deb? What does this mean?
12.
Natural
15.
20s, reroll your D20.
12 on the second roll.
That's double max.
Again, 16.
2 is full max.
So double max.
Double max and full max.
So it'd be 4 for me. So I'm still
So-
using the slingshot.
So my regular max is 12. You're saying it's 24.
Mm-hmm.
That's a cleave shot and a half.
Felix and Taurine, one had an 18, one had a 15, I think.
I had 15.
What's your damage?
11.
Taurine?
3.
3.
The final 2 zombies collapse in on each other. I think it's clear.
Yay!
I'm going over to that dwarven zombie.
Okay.
I'm going to cleave its head off and say, "Who's your daddy now?" And just blank beat.
Perception check.
I fumbled. I'm doing it to the wrong zombie.
As you go to cleave, you realize this zombie is not your associate from earlier. This zombie is older. And
No!
you have found Bumpo, the father.
Hey, made it in the game.
And
You cut his head off.
No. He fumbled. He realized that he was not chopping off the head of his former associate and chucked his blade down the hall. Clang! As he realizes, "Ooh, this is the dad we were supposed
For
to."
what? I can't remember anything.
You weren't part of
You
that.
weren't
You
there.
weren't part of the
You and
group.
Taurine do not know what they're doing. But Dafiba, Felix, and Robert all have shocked looks on their face as they realize that they
He's
have
not a
found
nutcase.
the father of their fallen associate.
Oh, that's sad.
What's
Aw.
with that?
Mystery
Perception
solved.
check.
Mystery solved.
Do I find anything?
Well,
Yeah, I
you're
was
gonna go
gonna say-
find your axe.
Now, I'm
You
gonna look
find
around.
it.
Isn't there a statue in this room?
There's a statue behind you, and there's also a statue at the far end.
Yeah,
Let's
statue.
Let's check out the statue and the alcoves you mentioned and see if there's
Yeah.
Oh, in the alcoves, those were broken coffins. That's where the zombies came from.
Okay, so is there
Okay.
anything inside them or around them, under them, beside them, above them?
I will take a D20. If you roll a 19 or a 20, you'll find some.
If I roll a 1?
You found an
Something finds
alcove.
you.
Oh,
Something
no,
finds
look at
you.
that.
Yes, you got a splinter on one of the coffins.
Oh, that sounds like me.
Robert, Noodle, and Taurine, go ahead and just roll a straight-up D20 roll as you look around. Robert, you will definitely find a monogrammed wallet indicating your deepest, darkest fears that this is the dwarf of repute, the father of your fallen comrade. Taurine and Noodle, go ahead and straight up D20. Can you hear me?
Oh, you're muted, Robert.
Okay, so it's
Oh, I'm sorry. I was hitting B instead of B, but I thought I was talking to you.
oh, you
My
were.
sketch image of my fallen comrade in there.
Yes, there is. There's an etching.
Daddy didn't care.
On the back it says, "My beloved son."
Oh, this is
Aw.
so sweet. Viking funeral.
Okay, let's put him on the boat and ship him off to Iowa. Fire, yeah.
So you want it? You
Shot do it. Make him land the arrow in the water.
so you wanted Taurine and Noodle to roll d20s for something?
Yeah,
Okay.
to see if they found anything of note.
Neither one did.
Neither did.
Just chance.
Okay. You don't find anything. You've got a statue behind you, a statue at the end of the hall. However, at the end of the hall, there's another hallway to the right.
Do I
Is
come
there-
across my great sword on the way?
Yes.
Or long sword? Okay.
Is there anything of note about the statues? If we inspect the statues visually, will we see anything that will give us any information about where we're at and where we're headed?
Both statues appear to be holy men keeping vigil of the dead, which have risen and are now dead again, thanks to Jesus. But other than that, it's just like St. Francis is hovering over the hallway, head bowed in reverence, but keeping a watchful eye.
Check would do any good.
A what
Nothing to-
check?
A history.
Yeah, I'll take a straight up D20 roll and he can add his Arcana.
D20 plus Arcana, Pops.
No, you.
Look close.
Yeah, it looks like your standard funeral dressing kind of thing. Nothing unusual about it from your clerical background.
Aww.
There's the
Made by my
etching that was
sister for
found in
Father's Day.
Popo's wallet.
He made this for my sister and for my mother for Father's Day.
That was Popo's wallet. Yes.
Bind my wounds.
You're going to
Bind
bind
his
your
wounds?
wounds?
Okay.
Is gonna bind.
So you guys have the option of examining the other statue or going down the other hallway.
I'm going down.
Oh, why
the
not?
hallway.
I will examine.
I want to examine the statue, then go down the.
Robert's going down a hallway.
I'm gonna
Dapheba
scout.
and- You're going to what?
I'm going to scout the hallway.
Okay. Dapheba and Noodle, Felix and Taurine, what were you two doing?
I have no desire to get any more splinters. I'm going to follow Robert down the hallway.
What were you
Taurine?
doing, Taurine?
I'm gonna get out in the hall after I bind my wounds.
He's going to bind wounds, go down hall.
Dapheba and Noodle, go ahead and give me a perception check.
11 plus
20. Not natural 20. It was 20 without it.
Mine. 2.
so
13. 13.
Noodle, you don't notice it, but Dapheba certainly does. You see
Please don't.
the big toe on the statue, instead of being out with the foot, it's kind of got the hammer toe going. It's got a raised toe on it.
I'll go closer and I'll lean in and I'll look and see if I can see anything under that. Do I notice anything under it?
A small gap.
All right, let's you know what? It worked for me before. I'm going to gently poke it with the tip of my scimitar in the gap and see if something happens.
The toe drops down into its normal position, and you hear a clicking, and then nothing but silence.
Okay, was it snapping or clicking? Because you
Clicking.
snapped.
Click.
Someone push a button or flick a lever?
Can I was the sound from the statue or was it from behind me?
Behind the statue. You, statue,
Click.
noise.
So there's another door behind there that just unlocked, is what I would imagine. How far away have they made it from us? Down the hallway?
They're down the hallway about probably 20 feet. They found another hallway with an alcove with broken coffins.
And splinters.
And more splinters.
So we're presumably alone in this hallway and there's not too much ambient noise, correct?
Correct. It's definitely silent.
So if I say, "Psst, guys, come back here," they would hear me at a whisper.
Robert, Felix, and Taurine, you hear a hissing noise similar to the swarm of insects from earlier coming from behind you.
Gas attack.
Yes, attack.
Gas attack.
So you guys will turn around and you'll
I'll turn
see
around.
me waving, right?
I
they-
think
they
I see
will-
something.
Yeah,
Is
they
that a
will not.
snake attacking her? I hear the hissing. Johnny, shoot the snake. Just kidding. She's waving at us.
Yeah, if you're waving, I'll say they can see you.
Faintly, like I would be like a shadow and they can see my
It
movement.
looks like
Okay.
Dafiba's
Yes.
telling us to keep going.
Go. You want us to go?
What? I'm going to do one of these numbers. What?
Guys, don't help him. Do not help the DM. He doesn't need
Okay.
your
All
help.
right. I'm just kidding. She's waving at us to come closer.
She's doing the Al Bundy.
Bug!
To the moon, Alice.
All right.
So I'm beckoning.
I'm going to start walking back towards her.
The light is starting to blind Robert and Taurine because they're walking behind you.
Well, that's their fault.
That's true. You get up to Dafiba, who is standing there motioning to you.
Okay. So once everybody's there, I'm going to say, I think I just unlocked another hidden door behind this statue. Let's go around and look.
Ooh, a hidden door. Robert, show me how the real men open the hidden doors.
She already did.
Well, I think
She's as
unlocked it.
manly as you're going to find in this dungeon, pal.
Let me show you how to open a door. Challenge me. I rolled a 21.
He barrels past the statue, hits the wall, and of course he goes straight on through, and the door starts to
Slow down.
Quickly,
slowly-
Felix, you gotta hit it just the
Grab
right time.
Grab
I
the
bet
door.
you can.
Oh,
Grab the door, Felix.
the door's closed.
Door's closed.
Uh-oh.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
kick
walk-
the door.
Felix, what are you going to do?
I rolled a 19 to kick the door.
Yeah, I know. Felix, what are you going to do?
I'm going to walk over to the door,
Are you going to...
standing right in front of it, about to push it, when Robert is probably going to kick it from the other side.
Yes, he is.
Thank you, Robert.
DC 12 versus dexterity as you hear the oh on the other side. Getting a whole tangle.
Oh, yeah.
image.
A 5. That door's going to blast me in the face.
4 hit points is the wham and just crushes you into the wall. Robert, for some reason, the door didn't open all the way.
Felix, can you get through? Something went in the door.
Stop kicking it, Robert. It's me on the other side.
Oh, we're
There
using
you are.
words
Why are you
Unfortunately,
hiding behind
at
the
this
door,
point-
silly? Come on, I
At
got
this
it
point,
open.
I yelled that to him.
Oh, I wonder if there's anything behind the door.
Oh,
I'm glad I'm on this side of the door. I will say that.
Robert, he's yelling for you to stop.
Oh, Felix, there you are. Well, it's not time for games. Come on. We got to keep going.
He eases up off the door, allowing you to push it in and free your arm, if you'd like. And
I
you
hope
can
it wasn't my
traverse
shooting hand.
Hey, Mo. I might have saved this party's life if it is.
So, do you go on through?
Yeah, I'll go on through.
Johnny Shershot comes through and illuminates the area. Do the rest of you follow?
I'm going to go up and peer around and see what I could see. It's just kind of still standing in the doorway there.
About 10 feet behind Robert are stairs going up.
It's a stairway to heaven.
Another reference, and I also watched the movie just so we can all confirm that like twice.
Of course, your child has watched that.
And it's my favorite movie. Every movie I've watched is my favorite.
He constantly
Star Wars.
rewatch it. He watched both of them, and even liked the second one, so you can't count on him for tasting movies.
That's true. So, behind Robert and Felix are stairs going up at a very steep angle.
Guys, I think we should take those stairs because we want to go up, right?
Yeah, I think so too.
Where do the stairs go?
Up.
Up.
To heaven.
We'll get up to the top. Is there a door? Because I'm not knocking on that door.
It depends who's first one up.
Does that mean you're just going to barge right through the door? You're not
Yeah,
knocking?
I'm not knocking on heaven's door.
Parting right through to God and asking him for a second will and testament.
So,
I think
Robert, are
this-
you going to go ahead and lead, or Felix?
Why not? Let me show you how the real men do it, Felix.
Well, I think you just showed me.
Robert goes up, and it's about 20 feet. It seems like a very sizable climb, but as you reach the top, it just dead ends.
Heaven's door is closed.
Poke
No,
it with something. It worked earlier. Hey, Robert, poke it with your dagger.
That nice silvery dagger. That
Hmm.
No,
shiny-
I don't have a silvery dagger. I have this one here.
A silvery dagger. Wait a second. Let me see that dagger, Robert. That
Okay.
looks familiar.
You mean the one I was issued with by every other adventurer in the
No,
party?
that's not the first one.
This is the first one.
That's not the first one.
I don't know what you're talking about. And quite truthfully, as a man, I do not appreciate being accused of these accusations.
Okay. That's cool.
You know, I'm all here about pushing doors and stabbing walls.
As
I'm
Johnny
going to remember
Shershot's
this.
elbow will attest to.
Defiba, you're the one with the magic sword that happens to open doors and stuff. Why don't you start poking the door?
You're in the way.
Your butt's bleeding all over the stairs.
So she might fall because your blood's like oil. Because how much
All right.
sweat
All
and
right,
blood.
Robert, get out of the way, Robert. I will come up and inspect the door with my dark vision and
All right.
my apparently magically open hidden doors scimitar.
It's proven itself worthy so far.
D20 for your magic door finding scimitar.
It's like a dowel rod.
4.
Yep, it's a door.
You got you get a little dirt in your eye there.
Yeah.
I have
Oh, that
something in my eye.
stings.
Yeah. Her magic scimitar of door finding appears to have failed.
All right. Let me step up as a man again and see if I can find a door. I'm not
All right.
doing that. Because this is just
Let
going
me
to
get out of the way.
She's gonna crash through a wall and break his nose.
No,
All right,
no,
go
because
push-
that's exactly
push
what he
on
wants. I'm going to go push on the door. Or the wall.
Give me a strength check.
The ceiling, whatever it detonated to. Yeah.
17.
Trapdoor.
Fresh air comes through the trap door.
Until it hits my body, then it's not so fresh.
Then it's not so fresh. It's also not very fresh because it smells like burnt timbers.
How about burnt toast?
As the trap door opens up, Robert pokes his head through to see he is on the south side of what used to be a fabric store, which is burned to the ground.
I hope this owner had insurance.
You also notice that it seems that the people of Cragwich have effectively put out the fire with the help of the military. However, the military has two individuals in custody, a half-orc and a forest gnome, both of whom are familiar with you.
Now we know where they went.
Ah, boy.
Robert, D12 against me. 11.
Whoa.
11.
Reroll. 11 again.
You win.
There. Right over there. Right over there, says Copious V. Bitters the Third. Those are our friends.
I knew he was a backstabber.
I am just a headless person. You have found the secondary exit from the sewer level, and you are now above ground. The rest of you can hear noises, but until Robert tells you what's going on, all you're looking at is his scarred butt where he's got a hole in his pants.
Can we go through the hole?
It's nothing. It's
Robert's hogging the area. Robert, you
It's the place where the sun don't shine.
you see the infamous captain of the guards look over at you and go,
just the man I was looking for.
do you come out?
Well, I got to bench press this freaking trap door off my head.
Trapdoor's already flipped backwards. It's
Yeah.
built very well with fine craftsmanship into the cobblestone alleyway.
Yeah, I'm coming out.
You wouldn't have been noticed had the building not been burnt down under mysterious circumstances.
I'm sorry.
As Robert exits, do the rest of you follow?
No.
I knew
Yeah,
not.
I'm gonna go-
No.
That's going to be a no for me, dog.
Because when I hear him say something, just the man I'm looking for, I'm going to be like, who the hell is he talking to? And I'm not going to move. And I'm next in line, so.
Robert, you stand alone. You can slam the trapdoor shut on your associates or just wander over to the captain of the guards.
Well, just to protect him, I'll slam the door back shut.
Who's number 2, Dafiba?
I thought it was Felix.
Mm-mm. No, because remember, I was up there trying to open it.
Oh.
Dafiba, give me a straight up D20 roll.
Uh-oh.
18.
As you see the trapdoor shut, you shield your head. Debris falls down around your shoulders, but you are not blind. The trapdoor is constructed so that you can no longer hear what is going on up top, other than Robert has apparently found somebody he was looking for.
Uh-oh.
So, with time growing short, let's give us and the folks at home a break. We'll finish off the rest of this next week. Another exciting episode where we will find out what Robert has seen and what the forest gnome and the half-orc Mogamarsh have been up to in their absence. So for everybody here at Geek Spiel, I'd like to say thanks for watching again. Rest in peace, Bubo. We're real sorry we had to kill you, but you knew it was coming. Anyone else have anything to add?
Nope.
Nope.
Join us next week, Tuesday, 9 p.m.
Yeah, I'll join. Mwah.
See y'all
I
later.
kiss the ball.